Worry has a quiet way of stealing your peace. It enters your mind through uncertainty, grows through imagination, and drains your energy without solving anything. Most people spend their lives worrying about things they cannot control, not realizing that this habit slowly weakens their mental strength. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful shift in thinking. It teaches that peace does not come from controlling everything around you, but from mastering how you respond to it. The moment you understand this, worry begins to lose its grip on your mind. There is a simple truth that changes everything once you accept it. Some things are within your control, and some things are not. Your thoughts, your actions, and your choices belong to you. But outcomes, other people's opinions, and external events do not. When you try to control what is not yours to control, you create stress, frustration, and anxiety. But when you focus only on what is truly yours, your mind becomes lighter and more focused. Most worry comes from the need for certainty. People want to know how things will turn out, how others will behave, and what the future will bring. But life does not work that way. The Stoic mindset teaches you to become comfortable with uncertainty. Instead of fearing the unknown, you learn to prepare your mind for it. You accept that life is unpredictable, and you build the strength to handle whatever comes your way. One powerful way to stop worrying is to question your thoughts. Not every thought deserves your attention. Many worries are based on assumptions, fears, or imagined outcomes that may never happen. When a worrying thought appears, pause and ask yourself if it is within your control. If it is not, then holding on to it will not change anything. Letting go becomes the wiser choice. Another important step is learning to stay present. Worry often lives in the future. It pulls your mind away from the present moment and fills it with imagined problems. But the present is where your power lies. When you bring your attention back to what you are doing right now, worry begins to fade. You realize that in this moment, you are capable, focused, and in control. Your attention is powerful. Whatever you focus on grows stronger in your mind. When you constantly focus on problems you cannot control, they begin to feel overwhelming. But when you shift your focus to your actions, your effort, and your mindset, you regain control. This shift changes how you experience life. Stoicism teaches emotional discipline. It does not ask you to ignore your feelings but to understand them. When worry arises, instead of reacting immediately, you observe it. You notice how it feels, but you do not let it control your actions. This awareness creates space between you and your emotions, giving you the power to respond calmly. Acceptance is another key to inner peace. This does not mean giving up or becoming passive. It means recognizing reality as it is instead of fighting it. When you accept what you cannot change, you free your mind from unnecessary resistance. You stop wasting energy and start focusing on what you can improve. There is also strength in preparation. While you cannot control the future, you can prepare yourself for it. Instead of worrying about what might go wrong, you strengthen your mindset so that you can handle challenges when they arise. This creates confidence because you trust your ability to adapt. Worry often comes from overthinking. The mind repeats the same thoughts again and again, creating a cycle that feels impossible to break. But you can interrupt this cycle by taking action. Even a small step forward can shift your focus from fear to progress. Action brings clarity, while overthinking creates confusion. Gratitude is another powerful tool. When you focus on what you have instead of what you fear losing, your perspective changes. You begin to see the present moment with more appreciation and less anxiety. This shift in perspective reduces the intensity of worry. It is also important to limit the influence of negativity. Constant exposure to negative information can increase anxiety and fear. Protecting your mental space is essential. Choose what you allow into your mind carefully, because it shapes your thoughts and emotions. Inner peace is not something that appears suddenly. It is built through daily practice. Each time you let go of a worry that is outside your control, you strengthen your mind. Each time you focus on your actions instead of your fears, you build resilience. The Stoic path teaches patience. Change does not happen instantly. There will be moments when worry returns, when your mind drifts back to uncertainty. But what matters is your ability to bring yourself back. Each time you do, you become stronger. Mental strength grows when you face uncertainty with calmness. Instead of resisting what you cannot control, you learn to flow with it. This does not make you weak. It makes you adaptable and resilient. Your life becomes simpler when you stop trying to control everything. You focus on your values, your actions, and your growth. This simplicity creates clarity and peace. There is a quiet confidence that comes from this mindset. You no longer feel overwhelmed by every situation. You trust yourself. You trust your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This trust replaces worry with calm strength. The more you practice letting go, the easier it becomes. Your mind learns that not every thought needs attention. You become more selective with your focus. This creates a sense of control that is calm and steady. If you truly want to stop worrying about what you cannot control, you must train your mind daily. This is not a one-time decision. It is a habit. A way of thinking that becomes stronger with practice. If this message speaks to you and you are ready to build inner peace and mental strength, then you are on the right path. Stoic philosophy offers timeless wisdom that can transform how you think and live. Subscribe to this channel to continue learning how to control your mind, reduce stress, and build a calm and powerful life. Your mind was not designed to carry the weight of the entire world, yet many people try to do exactly that. They worry about outcomes, opinions, and events far beyond their control, slowly draining their peace and energy. Stoic philosophy offers a powerful escape from this mental trap. It teaches you to release what is not yours to hold and to focus on what truly belongs to you. When you understand this deeply, your mind becomes lighter, calmer, and far more powerful. Worry often disguises itself as responsibility. It makes you feel like you are doing something useful, when in reality you are only repeating thoughts that change nothing. The Stoic mindset breaks this illusion. It reminds you that thinking endlessly about something does not give you control over it. Real control comes from action, discipline, and clarity of thought. Once you see this clearly, you begin to separate useful thinking from destructive worry. There is a quiet strength in letting go. Not everything needs your attention, and not every situation deserves your energy. When you learn to step back mentally, you create space within your mind. That space allows you to think clearly, act wisely, and remain calm even when life feels uncertain. This is where inner peace begins to grow. Your thoughts shape your experience of reality. When your mind is filled with worry, everything begins to feel overwhelming. But when you train your mind to focus only on what you can influence, your perspective changes. Challenges become manageable, and your confidence begins to grow. You realize that your power lies not in controlling life, but in controlling yourself. One of the most powerful shifts you can make is to stop chasing certainty. Life is unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome will only create frustration. The Stoic approach is to accept uncertainty and prepare yourself mentally for whatever comes. This creates a deep sense of resilience because you are no longer dependent on things going your way. When you bring your focus back to the present moment, something powerful happens. The weight of the future begins to fade. You become aware of what you can actually do right now. This awareness reduces anxiety and increases clarity. You begin to act instead of overthink, and this action creates momentum. Emotional control is not about suppressing how you feel. It is about understanding your emotions without being controlled by them. When worry arises, you observe it without immediately reacting. This simple pause creates a sense of control that most people never experience. It allows you to choose calm over chaos. There is freedom in accepting reality as it is. When you stop resisting what you cannot change, your mind becomes lighter. You stop wasting energy on frustration and begin to invest it in growth. This shift creates a sense of peace that is steady and reliable. Your energy is limited, and where you invest it matters. When you spend it on worry, you weaken yourself. When you invest it in discipline, learning, and action, you strengthen yourself. This choice determines the direction of your life. Overthinking creates confusion, while action creates clarity. Even small steps forward can break the cycle of worry. When you act, you shift your focus from fear to progress. This builds confidence and reduces anxiety. Gratitude changes your perspective in a powerful way. When you focus on what is already working in your life, worry begins to lose its intensity. You start to see possibilities instead of problems. This shift brings a sense of calm and balance. Your environment plays a role in your mindset. Constant exposure to negativity can increase worry and stress. Protecting your mental space is essential. Choose what you allow into your mind carefully, because it shapes how you think and feel. Inner peace is built through repetition. Each time you let go of a thought that does not serve you, you strengthen your mind. Each time you return your focus to what you can control, you build resilience. This journey requires patience. Your mind has been trained to worry for a long time, and it will not change instantly. But with consistent effort, you begin to notice a shift. You become calmer, more focused, and more in control. Mental strength is not about eliminating challenges. It is about facing them with a steady mind. When you stop worrying about what you cannot control, you free yourself to handle what you can. This creates a powerful sense of confidence. Your life becomes simpler when you focus on what truly matters. You stop chasing control over everything and start building control over yourself. This simplicity creates clarity and peace. There is a quiet confidence that comes from trusting yourself. When you know that you can handle whatever comes your way, worry begins to fade. You no longer feel the need to control every outcome because you trust your ability to respond. Letting go is a skill that grows stronger with practice. The more you release unnecessary thoughts, the easier it becomes. Your mind becomes more disciplined, and your peace becomes more stable. If this message speaks to you and you are ready to take control of your mind, build inner peace, and develop true mental strength, then this is your path. Stoic philosophy offers timeless wisdom that can guide you toward a calmer and more powerful life. Subscribe to this channel to continue learning how to master your thoughts, reduce worry, and build a strong and peaceful mindset. Join a community that is focused on growth, discipline, and clarity. Stay connected for more powerful insights that will help you let go of what you cannot control, strengthen your mind, and create a life of peace, focus, and inner strength.